What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Now, I want to give you a quick update on Solana because its price did make the move that we talked about yesterday, and of course, I want you to know what I'm expecting now. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. Now, what we can see, of course, is that Solana's price has given us the bounce that we talked about in yesterday's video, baby. We were talking about the fact that we thought that we could pull back to this previous point of key liquidity, and that's exactly what's happened. I told you all that if we hit this red line, which we drew out right here around $142, I thought we would be overextended as a result of our Bollinger Bands being a little bit too far extended into, and I thought we might get some type of bounce towards the upside, so I would be doing a purchase around that $142 level. And what we can see here is that we came right below that $142 level, and now we are seeing Solana's price bounce about 5% to the upside off of that. So of course, major congratulations any of you who got in on that nice little purchase, that nice little trade there. But overall, things are looking good, not only just for Solana, but the entire market over the last couple hours here. Now, I actually did do an entire full video over on my second channel talking about what is happening in the market right now and a secret Bitcoin plan that's happening, so make sure you go check that out if you want a little bit more context about what's happening with the world of crypto in general. But overall, of course, let's focus in on Solana and talk about what's happening now. Well, what I have to say at this given point is now we are in a bit of a risky zone. Okay, we're in a bit of a risky zone, and the reason being is because the formation we're seeing here for Solana could get a little bit catastrophic pretty soon here. If at any given point we see Solana's price fall below $142 now. And the reason that I say that is because the structure is the structure, and what I am noticing is that now we have 1, 2, and now we're going in for 3. And now, if you've been in the world of crypto for a while, you know that if Solana's price does start to pull back towards the $142 level and loses it, we are in a spot in which this would be considered a head and shoulders pattern that Solana is forming as we speak. And you guys know I've been rather consistent in saying we need to be incredibly careful right now. You can't get too confident. We cannot be 100% sure that this pullback to the downside is over. We could be putting in some type of ABC correction in which this gets worse. And although I don't think that is the case, it is possible, and you need to be on your toes about it. And this could be something that implies that it could be still a possibility, right? Because again, if this does happen, and if we do see a head and shoulders pattern get created right here, what we're looking at is a fall for Solana way back to the bottom side of the wedge, back towards $122 level on our breakout execution target. And so what I want you to pay attention to at this given point, what I want you to watch out for the most closely, is if Solana's price is capable of working its way back up above $155 to $160. If Solana's price is capable of getting its way back up here, let me give you a little zone. Let me show you what this little zone looks like. 155, boom, to $160. If its price is capable of working its way back up here, okay, we're gonna need to see it break it. We're gonna need to see it break it. Now, if we sit up here for a little while, we come back down and we start doing stuff like this, then we're good, right? But what I need you to understand is that if Solana for some reason does this, okay, bam, bam, and we come back down, you need to tighten up your belt because it's about to probably get a little bit ugly. And we might see this continuation back towards $122 on the way. What I want to see is Solana's price being able to work its way back up towards 155 to 160 and clear that level. And of course, if it's capable of doing that, now we're in a beautiful spot where we've broken back outside of this macro wedge that we've been in. We finally got the clearance. We're hopefully not going to get another fake out like we did on these two invalidatory fake outs that we saw back there. And now we're finally in a spot where Solana can maybe open up to the upside and finally look for a continuation, but none of that happens if its price rolls off this level and heads back to the downside. So today's video is quite easy, quite simple. What I want you to know is that currently speaking, I'm not doing anything. I'm not buying, I'm not selling, I'm not longing, I'm not shorting, I'm just holding, I'm just waiting. That's all that I'm doing, because if Solana's price gets back up to this level, or at any given point realistically falls back towards the downside, the opportunity for this thing to pull back another, 15, 20%, what's this? Yeah, 12%, right? 10, 12, 15% to the downside is very, very probable, and I don't want to buy in that. I don't want to buy right before something like that, especially knowing we bought at this beautiful support level prior to the push to the upside. So the best thing that I can do right now is sit back, wait, and watch. Will Solana's price at this given point clear $155 to $160 and finally give us this break to the upside that we want? Or is it going to start to roll back to the downside and retest 142, sorry, and now we're in a spot where we need to see, are we about to get some type of further continuation or crash towards the downside? So of course I will continue to update you as this does play out with these quick, fast updates, maybe every day, every other day, just as long as something's happening and as long as this thing is moving, I will continue to update you, because you need to try to stay one step ahead of this thing at all time, and that's what we do here consistently on the channel. So I'll let you know what's going on with Solana. All you need to do is just turn on notifications when you subscribe so you never miss a video as this structure does play out, because it is going to be quite determining of whether or not we look for a continuation or whether we get a crash. There's no way of knowing what's going to happen, but we will be one step ahead of it as it does start to happen. And of course, that's the whole goal here on the channel. So of course, again, as I mentioned before, I just wanted to give you a quick update based on the fact that yesterday's video I told you we're looking for a bounce. Now that we got the bounce, sitting back and waiting and watching to see if we can get this breakout or if we're going to start to fall back towards that support, and things may get a little ugly from there. So as I mentioned before, stay tuned. I will update you as this does play out. Just make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all very soon. Peace out, everybody.